What I want to share with people so that they can understand me and who I am is I want them to know the struggles that I went through. Now, you can imagine if you're making $65,000 a year and you give that up to make $0 a year or zero money at all. I went 8 months without earning a penny. People say, well, how did you do that? Well, we cashed in my wife's 401k. We cashed in all our savings accounts, what money we did have. At the time, I was fortunate to have some stocks that I had purchased that, we were able to cash that in. It was only about $4,000, but we utilized it to live. And believe it or not, we got ourselves $14,000 into credit card debt. $14,000 into credit card debt. And I remember sitting down, and this was, several months into me starting my own company, and my wife says, well, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna pay the mortgage? And so I literally pulled out one of those checks they send you in the mail for the credit card, and I sat there and $860, I remember my mortgage. And it wasn't a big mortgage, it was a little tiny house that we had, and I wrote a check from a credit card to pay the mortgage. And so what I want people who are watching this video to understand is that that's a real dramatic way to do it. And you can imagine 7 years later, I probably learned some what to do and what not to do. And so that's what I want to do, is I want to give back people the what to do. And I don't want them to have to go through the struggles that I had to go through and learn from a hands-on experience. It's better when somebody's already walked that path and can direct you and lead you into the right direction. And that's what I want to do for the people that are out there. In 7 years now, in the last couple of years, me and my business team have put together a business model that we truly feel, about 80% of the population we can help. We can give you the tools and the knowledge and the information that can allow you to take advantage of acquiring true wealth. And if you don't have any type of residual income, if you have if you don't have any type of leveraged income, if you don't have reoccurring monthly revenue, you're going to be one of those statistics. And so we've created the model to help people, but this isn't a get-rich-quick thing. I mean, many times I've been late at night and I'm watching television. I see these guys come in and sell real estate and do this and that, and they got all these get-rich-quick things. I'll tell you, our business model, it's about a 3 to 4 year plan to really benefit and help somebody. But if you're willing to do the work, we've given you the free information. All you got to do is apply the work. You will position yourself for a better life, and you'll never look back. And that's truly what I want to help people with. Some of the struggles some of the things that I see today is I realize now, having a master's degree in business, is they don't teach you how to make money in school. I mean, in high school, in undergrad, and in graduate school, I never learned how to make a dollar. And so the information they gave me was valid because I've applied and I've used a lot of the concepts and the information that I learned through education. By no means do I not want to tell people don't get educated, but I can tell you this, I have a lot of friends who've never stepped a foot in college, and their net worth would astonish people. And yet I know people who have gone all the way through graduate school and they're dead broke. And so I know our educational system is struggling in that aspect, and I really want to help change that. I go into tons of schools and I talk to the kids and I tell them that I'm no different than them. I grew up in trailer parks. I grew up with two wonderful parents who flourished me with love, but they didn't teach me a financial education because they didn't know a financial education. And so I truly believe that my kids are getting an education now that they don't even know they're getting. And they're going to benefit from it. And so what I want to do, and that's why I wrote the book, my wife says you have a wonderful story to share and tell and help the world, that you really need to write a book and you need to help other people out there. Now I'm going to walk you through and show you an individual who I've given him a $50,000 income, and they're in the bottom section of my money pyramid. okay? So that means they're getting paid through a W-2. They're earning $50,000 a year. Now, what I've done for illustration purposes only, okay, these aren't actual numbers, these are just illustration numbers, is I've put some expenses that we all can relate to. All of us can relate to these expenses. Taxes, well, we know if we're a W-2 employee, when we get our paycheck, there's a gross amount and there's a net amount. The net amount is the amount that we have to pay for our expenses that we have on a monthly basis. Now, house, mortgage, you know, I put about $1,200 for that. It could be more, it could be less. Utilities, I put $300. Phone, internet, cell phone, car, insurance, gas and maintenance. That's maintenance on your vehicle, okay? Now, I could have also put a spot in here for maintenance on your house. Houses require a lot of maintenance as well. I didn't include that, okay? Postage, gym membership, meals, computer, and travel. Now, what I want to illustrate on travel, a lot of you will get this confused with vacationing. Now, that's what happened to me when I was a child, is I always thought of travel or going somewhere, that was a vacation. Well, I'm not talking about going to Hawaii, and I'm not talking about taking an extravagant vacation to Disneyland. I'm talking about going to see your in-laws, you know, 60 miles away for Thanksgiving or something like of that nature, okay? And that's why it's only $100 here. So when you look at these expenses and you deduct this on a monthly basis, you're left with $136. Now think about that. What can a person do with $136 a month? Can that person invest? Can that person buy properties? Can that person start up a business? You know, the answer is no. You know it and I know it. You can't do that. So what I want to illustrate here to the people who are watching this video is there's a lot of expenses that I didn't include in this. I mean, these are basic expenses here. I didn't include clothing. I didn't include medical. I didn't include groceries. I didn't include school loans. You know, many of us have children. Children are expensive. I didn't put them down as an expense. Hygiene products, cleaning supplies. So there's so many other expenses that we all have on a monthly basis that I didn't even incorporate, yet we only have $136. So what this is telling me is that America is getting more and more in debt. And we need to change that. And we've put together a business model that'll help people change that.